Welcome everyone to Tuesday's live hall pass from Two Dogs Digs. And today it's time for another Thrift It or Throw It. One of our favorite shows, and one of yours as well, based on how many people watch our shows during and after, where we're going to show you a few things that we found in the month of February. And these were things that we looked at and we either decided that we were going to thrift them or throw them. Hence the name Thrift It or Throw It. So smart. Here doing this today is, of course, my other half.
So clever.
So clever.
Hello.
So yeah, we did go out again today too, but it's March, so that doesn't count. But we did over the past month. We've gone out. And this Thrift It or Throw It is kind of like last week's show in a way. It's a real mixture of things. It's not a lot of stuff thrifting or throwing that we actually normally look at. There's a lot of different things in here versus last week when we did our $100 thrift buy and we showed you some stuff that we actually went, oh, this is not our normal. Well, again, today some of it's in our wheelhouse, but some of it's not. Some of it's outside of our wheelhouse. So a big hello to everybody who's joined us here. Let's say, hey, Lisa's here, Janet, Mr. Carl, Donna, Diana, Susan, Candace, Paul, and Paul. Luette, thanks for always reminding me, Luette, that you're circuit bearer. Elisa, Jennifer, hey, Hydran, Heather and Bob, Ms. Boland. Who else we got here? Joel's here, yay! Tina as well, Greg. So thank you for all. Kendra's here. Thanks for all joining us. Lisa said, I went to a thrift store for the first time in 2 years. Oh my God. I don't think I could wait 2 years. That's a little bit too long for me. Andrew, all I found today was a few books. Value Village was packed. Actually, it's true. We did see Value Village was packed today. That's one thing because Rick
fried my patience.
It fried his.
I was a roadblock in one aisle for about 7 or 8 minutes.
Yeah, just on purpose.
Really annoying guy was like brushing up against me and trying to push me out of the way. So
I don't know. He might have been brushing against you for other reasons.
No. Anyways, I refused to move and forced him to go around me.
Yeah, because when you go to a thrift store, sometimes it's just like that. You got more issues than Vogue when you go to a thrift store.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lot of issues, girl. I don't know. I don't know how many of those the signage. I'm blurry for some reason. Either that or I'm having a stroke. There we go. I always see signs, but I don't buy them because then we'd have way too many signs and things that's in there. So, but that was one I actually did see today. I did just see this one today, and I thought I should buy this one because it does talk about my life, but still. Oh, and Doug's too. So I thought I'd start out first off just with an interesting thing. So one of the things that we have just started doing, we're going to talk about this a little bit more as we come up, but we started testing moving some stuff from .ca to .com. As a Canadian reseller, as many of you know, back in October, it was basically recommended by everybody, including us, by eBay, to move everything to .ca so that you could use their eBay international sales and everything like that. Well, the really interesting thing is, so I did that I've only done it with like 10 things. So far, we've sold 3 in less than a week from the 10 things we moved over. But this was actually an interesting one that I put up. We actually had this, and we've actually had it for a little while. It's the Chester Challenger. Bought it for $7.99 last year. It was part of a Thrift It or Throw It, I think we might have actually done.
Yep.
And it's an electronic chessboard. And they can sell for anywhere between $75 to $150. And this one is in great shape. It's complete. We tested it. Rick did a video on it as well. And here's a little video he did. just so you could. It was basically so you could hear it beeping and stuff like that, and seeing the lights go on with it. I don't know, maybe it doesn't run because it's sold. But the interesting thing was, we put this on to eBay.com, and the day after we put it onto eBay.com, somebody messaged me from Germany, because the only place I was selling on the eBay.com was to either the US or Canada. I didn't have international shipping on it. And so they went, I really, really want this. Is there anything you can do? And I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I can end it on .com, list it on .ca. You can buy it through eBay's international shipping. They cover everything because it was going to Germany. It actually has to go through a thing called Lucid, which is how Germany actually has everything come in. And eBay Canada covers that all. And it was 65 US that I had it listed for, which was 90 Canadian. The guy said, oh my God, that's great. Yes. And he literally bought it within 15 minutes after I moved it over and gave him the new item number. So I used crossless magic to do it the easy way. So all I did was ended it in the .com, crossless magicked it over to .ca, changed the price, and then eBay, because it's international and Germany is part of the European Union that they are currently shipping to, it automatically gave him I don't even know what he paid. I mean, I could probably figure it out, but I don't know, and I don't care. I just had to care about how much it was going to cost me to get it to Mississauga from here. So I thought it was really nice to be able to do that. And so we're going to try that with a few more things. But again, a couple of other things. The way we're covering off the tariffs, because we never pay tariff, is we're either adding the tariffs to the price of the item. So right now, tariffs are at 10%. They never did go to 15%.
Not yet, anyways.
And they may be struck down, but they're at 10% for around the world. So everything from everywhere. So if we had a $50 item, we moved it to 55. Or if we had an item that had like $10 shipping, we moved it to $15 shipping. Or I did a split. So I'd get the extra $5. And again, we sold a Dungeons and Dragons figure. We sold another thing of metal Warhammer miniatures, Lord of the Rings miniatures. We sold something else, and then we also sold on a couple of things from
a couple of cross-stitch kits.
So work. So we're going to try and build a video on that if we get a chance. But just thought it was interesting to actually do that and take a look that we sold it. It had been sitting on the .ca platform for 5 months, and the guy didn't find it. He found it like a day after we put it on .com. So that's interesting. At least I hate when people leave their carts on an angle. Oh yeah, Rick was doing that on purpose though.
Yes, it was only for that one rude gentleman who was trying to bully me into moving without saying excuse me.
Bully Mr. Rick. So let's get into our Thrift It or Throw It. So first thing we have in our Thrift It or Throw It is, oh, you find it. Where's it good? There it is. This is some bookends. This is a Rick Thrift It or Throw It. So you can see that it's actually, you can talk about it, Rick.
Well, they're just little metal black angled bookends. They've got the silhouette on them. They were $3.49 each.
So I guess you'd lean the books this way.
Yeah, you lean them against the bookrest.
And $3.49 a piece. There were 2 of them there, so $7 less 30%. So basically, call it a $5.
Yep.
Well, we already got boom. We got right off that. Throw, thin metal, throw. Paul says thrift. Other Paul says throw. Kendra says throw. So we got an abundance of throws coming right out the bat on that. Janet says, I would throw, but you think Rick thrifted. Throw. Tina is throw. Okay, so this is a big 95.
Yeah, it's like everyone hates them.
Everybody hates them.
I don't know why.
Except for, where is it? Except for Paul.
Paul Rasmussen.
Paul said thrift them. Everybody else said throw them.
Yep.
So what did you do, Rick?
I bought both of them. Now, on the bottom of one of them, there, on the bottom of one of them, it does say who it's made by, a company called Balvi. And I think they're cute. They do have a little tiny hole in it, so you can put a tack or a pin, so it doesn't slide if you put heavy books near them. But I like them. They remind me of a couple of the pieces that we got from Warner Brothers. Do you remember the metal cutout figures that we got from Warner Brothers?
Yeah, those are heavy,
The
heavy
Looney Tunes?
metal, though.
Yeah, and it's actually a fairly sturdy metal. It's not so thin that it would bend easily.
So basically, you're talking about it being $2 US. Now,
Yep.
if you saw this at a garage sale, anybody, would you not buy that if you saw it at a garage sale? Well, Rick wanted to check, and I was like, okay, if you like them, but take a look at this. There it is, Balvi.
Too many books
55.55.
for
Only
a
one
single
left in
one.
stock. So that's just interesting that it's like, and Tina just got a cha-ching. Good for you. And Elisa's saying, Janet called it. She
Yes,
would pass
Janet
it,
knew
but Rick
that-
would grab it. So
yeah.
here's one of the things, and this is one of the, again, this is the fun part of this sort of stuff is when we do these shows, everybody has, a lot of times everybody has different opinions. Most of the time they're like 60-40, 70-30, something along those lines. This was 95 no, including me. Because I said,
Yeah.
why are
But
we getting
again, they were $349 less 30% each. So, like Craig said, like $250 for each one, $5 for the pair.
there? I don't think you saw any solds, did you?
I couldn't see, so I didn't use the Camel app on Amazon to see what the sell-through rate is. But there are lots of them listed. None of that particular one. There are lots listed on eBay from the company called Balvi, and they seem to sell in the $20 to $50 range. So I'm not going to be losing any money on them.
Yeah, we might actually put them into our booth as well as an option for us.
Yeah, or I might use them for some of the books we have. I don't know.
Sometimes next
Or
time up, we got
display.
sometimes we find things that are a little different, and there's a lot of monopolies, and they're monopolies that are by like Parker Brothers, real monopolies, and then there's also a company called Pie in the Sky, and Pie in the Sky does all these other licensed kind of monopolies, and this is one of them. This is Mary Kay-opoly, a game celebrating 50 years of Mary Kay. And this is, or Late for the Sky, sorry, that's the name. Late for the Sky. Late for the Sky actually does one that is always hard to find, which is Whoville-opoly. And Whoville-opoly is actually, I can tell you, that's one that when you find that, try and grab that, because Whoville-opoly can flip for a good 40, 50, 60 bucks or more. We've sold 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
I think we sold a couple. We found one that was sealed. We sold for like 150 bucks. So I always look at these.
We still have one here.
We have 3 there. Those are the 3 I found since last summer.
Okay, I don't see them, but anyway.
They're in the corner. They're in the far corner where our other monopolies are.
Where I can't get to because of all of
So
the.
we've got Candace is a throw. Oh, Andrew even knows. Possumopoly. It's good too. Thrift, as long as all the pieces are there. Kendra's, I always look up unique monopolies. You can also even get them for parts. Yep. Paula's Throw. Janet is Thrift Mary Kay. Throw, they Vero. We've never had a Vero on a Late for the Sky, although maybe you're talking about Mary Kay. I don't know. Throw. Diana, I stopped all board games. Throw. I think Tina said throw. So Heather's like, I'd look it up, but offhand throw. So I think in this case, we're probably going to say 60, 65% throw, 30%. Oh, yeah, Mary Kay, you're saying.
Yeah, but it's not makeup products, so I don't
Yeah, it's
think they
not
would
makeup.
apply that Vero to a board game.
Hydrogen recently sold a Westfield Monopoly, Massachusetts Monopoly, sealed and got $30. Local interest. Yeah, there's local interest ones. Oh, they got another. Susan said Thrift. Elisa sold Ghetto-opoly, so before it was banned. So yeah, it's a different kind of thing. I think the cute thing in it, this is the cute thing. So you get in this, you get, I don't know why, you get a poodle, a high heel, a pink car, sunglasses, a star, and lipstick. Now
Why
the
would they
nice
make
thing
the
is, again,
lipstick
it's
pink?
made in the
No
USA,
sense.
which is great for shipping. It was I forgot to tell you the price. $6.99. Yes, all the pieces were there, and it was $6.99. So basically $5. It's not sealed; it was opened. So we're sitting like 60% throw. And what did I do? I threw it. Yeah, and it's because I looked it up. I knew as soon as I saw it was for a late for the sky, I knew I had to take a look at what it was. And if I do a quick look right now, and I'm not sure if anything will show. Sort of a mixture of things that's showing up because it's showing up some other stuff. But let me just pop this up and show you some of the stuff that's in here. Like, take a look at this. This is buy late for the sky. In-N-Out-opoly. $200. This sold for $200. In-N-Out-opoly.
Is that like the In-N-Out Burgers place?
Yeah, it's an In-N-Out burger place. 1998. So again, this is why I'm always talking about. Take a look at what it is. Here we go. In-N-Out burger, $200. This is a weird one. Caniopoly for University of Miami, $157. Torranceopoly, so that's Torrance, California. So there's a local one, right? There's Whoville, $125. So there's another Whoville, $99. So I told you, look for that Whoville. Oh, there's another Whoville for $33, but $80 delivery. Massiopoly. So look for monopolies that look a little weird. There's another In-N-Out that sold for $85 and it's open. College property. So you never know what you're going to find with those. But again, the company is called Late for the Sky. So always look them up. But Mary Kay, it was only worth about, I think if I remember correctly, $20, $25. So it wasn't going to be worth enough money for us to actually say, yeah, we're going to go.
Yeah, we don't need more board games clogging up our storage room.
So if you had a choice, I've got 2 Barbies that were on the shelf. 2 Barbies on the shelf. These 2 Barbies were on the shelf, and one of them was a thrift and one of them was a throw. So Barbie number 1 is designable hair Barbie. So you get 16 hair extensions. Ooh, just what I need. 6 clips and 1 doll. These are sealed. It was brand spanking new. Just fabulous hair there, $14.99 for designer hair. The other one was fashionista swap my head. So I guess you pop the body off right here, and you got 2 different kinds of hair. There you go. Pop that body, pop that body. So if you had to thrift one of these 2, designer hair or pop a body, which one of these 2 would you thrift? Or because only one of them is worth thrifting. One of them is a throw. At least for those prices, I'd throw both. Carl would thrift. So Jan is saying buy the swap the head. Heather's, I love this. Heather's going, I just messaged Craig. The fashionista, the designer hair. Throw on both, Paul is. Paul's no idea. Both Pauls are no. Fashion one. Heather's hair. Designer hair. Serial killer. No, they're not serial killer ones. We don't have that one.
We could make one.
I'm sure that there's a knockoff version of it somewhere. Which one did I pick from the 2 of those? From the fashionista or the designer hair one? I picked up the Fashionistas. $9.99, so $7. Again, brand new, still in the box. Now, the reason I did was I did a search on both of them. I called them, as we always call it. I did a lookup on both of these. I did a lookup on both of these, and this one, depending upon the actual thing, one, it's from 2010, so it's already surprisingly like old, like 16 years old.
It's almost vintage, according to Etsy.
Almost vintage.
4 more years.
But it's an interesting thing, and I'm going to try and do a type up of this now. I didn't have this prep for me to type up, but let me just pop in here and put.
Yeah, I would have spent a little bit of time looking both of them up, and I may have come to a different conclusion from Craig. But that's just me. We look for different things that make us go.
Sorry, Rick, you can chat while I told you I had to do this kind of thing, and keep chatting.
I have no idea what to speak about because I've lost my train of thought, which is par for the course.
So let me just pop this up so you can see. Fashionistas, just to give you an idea, they're all sort of all over the place in terms of the pricing, but some of them are $50, $75 and more. Doll body only $15, but here's one in the box for $43. This I found one that was like this, and of course I'm not finding it now, that has the secondary head, and it was at $75. So this is probably at least a $50 one. I got to do a little more thing on it just to figure out which one it actually is, if it is like a Barbie or if it actually is one of her friends. The other one, though, that I showed you in the picture, which I now have to find. The other one in the picture there, which was the designer hair one, this one was actually only worth about $25. Even brand new, this one was only $25. So again, I saw them both on the shelf as I walked by, grabbed them both, put them down, and then looked them up afterwards. I wasn't going to leave them there on the shelf. And I took a pic, put them back, and took a picture, took them down, and then put the one back and put the other one down.
I took a lot of things for a walk in the thrift store today.
Here's something else that we found. This is like a case, a glass case. I guess I'm going to call it that. A heavy glass case. It's got a little clip on the front to hold it down, and it's like a burlap thing on the inside. It was $10. And I'm not sure if I got it's by a company called Indigo, which in Canada is like a Borders bookstore kind of thing. It's about, if I remember correctly, it was about 12 by 12 inches or so, 10 by 10, 12 by 12 inches, and very, very heavy. So, oh, look at this right off the bat. Thrift. I ain't shipping that. Thrift. Janet is throw. So we got Janet's a throw. Kendra's got a good for a display at your booth. Hard thrift. Thrift for jewelry. Throw unless you can use it. Heather's saying throw unless you can use it. Thrift, not hard to ship. Thrift. So it ended up being $7. And what did we do with it?
Of course I bought it. It's actually it weighs about 5 pounds. It's in fairly good shape. The clip actually has...
You're not on screen with it, Rick?
Sorry, it slides into position. So it locks. You can see that little lip there. Right there. Anyways, I'll stop mucking around with it.
I told him I didn't think it was worth buying.
Well, I'm going to actually figure out how to use this to display things at the booth.
So yeah, I don't know what it's for.
Inside of it.
I said, I don't know. I was like, I don't know what it's for. I honestly was like, why do we need it?
I like it. It was $7.
And basically, yeah, it was basically
$7.
Yeah, it was $7, and it was
I
like it. And he's like,
almost the cost of a latte, right?
Yes. I love when I see something in an aisle and I just say, whoa, it popped out. This is something that popped out in an aisle. Literally, this is how it was sitting. And it is this sort of heavy cotton tablecloth.
That reminds me of the Mary Miko stuff.
It does. It looks a lot like it, but it's Kate
Ooh,
Spade.
you didn't show me
And
this one.
it was $6.99, and it is a big, like, round tablecloth, a Kate Spade tablecloth. But yeah, that's exactly what Lisa just said. Mary Miko. What would you do? So $6.99, Kate Spade, New York. Regular $6.99, so $5. It didn't. It looked like it was used, but not stained used. So that's the very first thought I had as well, as it was Marimiko. So Donna is Thrift, Elisa's Thrift, Susan's Wow, Joel is Thrift, Tina's Pass, Diana's Thrift, Janet is Thrift. I think I said that already. So yeah, it's interesting. And again, what I love about stuff like this is, strangely enough, is when I'm walking along. Oh, I swap with you, Rick.
Hello.
There we go. When I'm walking along, and I just look down an aisle, and these things jump out because of pattern. Because you remember last week I showed you the Jamari one that was like the Indonesian pattern, and it's just like it was just sitting there. And if you remember, I think in our last Thrift or Throw It, Rick even showed you that Disney coat that was sitting there, like everybody could see it was a Disney coat, and it was sitting there and nobody touched it. But we weren't looking for coats, and he hasn't worn it yet. But he was supposed to buy it for himself. And then, so I see something on this. So what do? Did I thrift and throw it? I thrifted it. I mean, I did end up having to look it up. Now, the interesting thing about it was that this is actually, it's a retired pattern. It's called Poppies. It's a retired Kate Spade pattern. It's not worth tons. Again, so $6.99. So it cost me $5. See if I can find it. I did have it set up. Strangely enough, I thought of all places I'm going to find this on Etsy. I couldn't find it anywhere on Etsy. No Kate Spade Poppies on Etsy. But I did find it, the tablecloth, actually on eBay for $35. So it's not great, but for $5, it's not, and there's not a lot of them on there either. I did do a search for it under solds. I don't think there's any listed under solds right now, but if I do the full 3-year thing, it actually goes back and can show me some. See if I can find the product research tab. Type it in there. No, I don't know where it is, but yeah, it's so it might be $25-$30. I'm not sure what we're going to do with it because of that. We may end up putting it into a max sold because it's not worth as much as I thought it was. I think I thought it was fabric.
Susan said.
Yeah, I think I thought it was fabric. And yeah, it is a rack. It's a round one. So linens are long tail for Tina. Only pick up if you can reuse. Yeah, again, it was.
Well, the last time we put vintage linens into our max sold, we did get some really good bids on them. So we might actually see about putting it in a max sold versus trying it on eBay.
Now, here's something that, again, this jumped out because it just jumped out. This is a purse, a pebbly looking purse. Like, it looks like rocks. And the reason it stood out was we weren't looking at purses. We were looking at, this actually was sitting back here. You can see in the back here where all these other things are all thrown. It was actually sitting on a chair. So somebody had it or looked at it and took it out of the purse section. It's not like Rick and I were searching the purse section. And it's just this strange kind of thing. And it's got a wooden dowel. But the interesting thing is it's got wooden sides and a bottom. So it's like a really sturdy, like, purse with it. It's got a snap on it here. Now it was this is a snap. It was $7.99. It was in perfect shape. So again, let's call it $5 or $6. Paul's like, throw it. Diana says it looks like flooring. That's true. It does. Oh, that's interesting. Lisa says, we sell sole at work, but not that one. Rivets, that's the name of them. Throw. Well, you don't have to probably worry whether it's counterfeit or not. Thrift. Oh, yeah, no, Diana thought it was a piece of vinyl flooring. Throw. So, yeah, we got pretty well throw. A lot of throw. Marion's throw. Toss it. Throw. I know bags. The studs look uneven. Not something I would buy. Throw it. Okay, we're at another one of those 90% throw it. That's why someone else dumped it off. Throw it. So it's $6. And what did we do with this?
Well, of course I bought it. And the studs are not uneven. They're actually really well done. This company actually does.
I'm going to defend this to my death.
This company actually employs mentally challenged workers to help assemble their products. This is actually a discontinued satchel. And the things that they sell on their website are in the $100 to $150 range for similar designs. Again, this is actually made from vinyl flooring, from wooden dowels, and from wooden pieces. And like Lisa says, it's expensive. They sell it at her place. I think it is a Winnipeg company. And it may have been sold here in Toronto at the Gardner Museum. So I don't know. It's more than likely 5 years old or older.
Yeah, you can look. Sol and Celine, woven 180. I don't know who Celine is. There's one there with a crossbody bag with wood on the sides, 118. I do not know. There's one with marbles on it for $98.
There you go.
So every once in a while, this one happened to have passed by the Vito side. I said, why are you buying a purse?
I put my foot down.
And he put his purse down.
you bought something I didn't want you to buy, so
fair
is fair. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You did.
Sometimes you see something a little weird on the shelf, and I thought this was a little weird on the shelf.
Yeah, this was my Vito.
This is Hello Hair. This was what was interesting to me about this was that these were hair mannequins, but with a completely different textured hair. It was African American textured hair. So you can see what they are from a company called Hello Hair. And there were two of them up there, and they were priced at, let's see if we got a price on there. They were priced at $6.99 each, so about $5 a piece. And so I looked at them, and did I say Hello Hair, or did I pass them by? There's another look at them. So styling mannequins. Afro-American hair styling mannequins. Tina says Thrift. Nobody else is answering me on this one. Hydrant says booth material. Oh, that's it. Joel says throw. Donna's throw the hello hair. Say goodbye to hello hair. Throw. Oh, now we're getting there. Throw. Thrift. So we're like a 50-50 on this. Thrift, throw.
Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
Looks like it's about a 50-50 on this, doesn't it, Rick? Well, it was a thrift. Now, and again, I'll explain why it was a thrift. Just to piss Rick off. No, actually, the reason that I got it was because, interestingly enough, the company that makes this, the only place that I was able to find this was actually on Amazon. And these sell for $100 to $150 a head. And because it is a completely different type of, it's human hair, but because it's got the Afro style, the African-American styling, that's what they're meant for. They're meant to teach kids and adults how to style African-American hair. So the only thing is, I didn't realize till afterwards, there's supposed to be a stand on here that holds it, and it doesn't. So I don't know. It may, right now, I've got one of them that I've just listed on eBay for like $50. So I'm not trying to make $100 on this, but I had to pick them up for the $10 that I paid for both of them. And that's why Rick picked up the purse.
Yes.
It's honestly, I think it was the same day, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
So it's just, again, just an interesting kind of thing for us to find, and something, again, not typical of what I would look at. Let me just see. I gotta find the next one. Oh, I'm back to the purse again.
Are you closing the tabs as you're finishing?
I am now, but I wasn't. So that was what was making it confusing. I still had all the tabs open. There's
Heather's asking if I can braid hair. My braiding skills have declined significantly. So no, I'm not going to be braiding anyone's hair anytime soon. I even
love looking for weird stuff. Again, this is weird stuff. This is something that Rick found, and it's expensive. And I was like, what the heck is it? It is it is an explosimeter. And I don't quite understand. But all I know is it says on the bottom here, do not enter the manhole until approval is received.
Yeah, basically it's field equipment for people who work with sewer systems. And basically you stick the end of the probe down into the manhole through a hole, and there's a bulb where you can pull in air from the manhole, and it will tell you if there are explosive gases.
It's a weird thing, but sometimes I find it fascinating.
But this is something that I found, so bear that in mind, kids. What would you do?
This is, again, things that we find sometimes that are fascinating as to how they ended up getting to the thrift store. In this case, it's not another head. Throw at that price.
That didn't even have a garage sale sticker on it. So I think someone was cleaning out their grandpa's shed or basement.
Oh, what that thing has seen and sniffed. Let's go to it. Rick thrifted it. As soon as he said that, explosimeter is meeting night after Taco Bell. Ba-dum-bum. Bob would like that, but $35? Prop houses would love it. Possibly? Ew, but it's in your house now.
It weighs about 15 pounds.
Throw it, but it's neat. It's too expensive, but I would thrift it at less. And Rick, what did you do with this?
As much as I wanted to thrift it, I left it for someone else. I could not find a direct comparable, but there were several explosimeters listed and sold on eBay, and they seem to range from $30 to $140. But, there's no way to test it unless you have something gaseous, and I wasn't about to stick that up Mr. Doug's bum.
Yeah.
Anyways, so no, I did not thrift it. I'm
Um,
sad.
yeah, no, we thought about it for the unit as well because it was something different for being at the unit. But again, at $35, even with 30% off, that would still make it 25 Canadian, close to 30 with tax. If we sold it for $50, you'd have to have somebody who really wanted to
Yeah,
find that kind of thing.
then we break even.
And it's so because max sold starts at $1, it was just too much of a risk.
Yeah.
Perhaps if it had been $9.99, it would have come home. I can tell you that he would have brought it home. Right? He brought home that purse.
I did. And you brought home some.
I brought home some
African American hair dolls.
Again, I always look for stuff in a box. If there's something in a box, I always want to see what that is. This is something that I don't even know how to pronounce. This
What's
is
in the box?
A Weston sous vide.
Sous vide.
Sous vide, an immersion circulator, restaurant quality precision cooking. I'm like, what the heck? Basically, it's a thing that you put inside a pot.
Yes.
To heat up the stuff and stir it, I think.
It actually heats up the water and circulates the water around whatever you put inside a bag in the water.
$15.99. I can't read what it says there, but $15.99. And here it is inside the box. And I did plug it in, and it's kind of, I think it could work. I don't know because it doesn't heat up without there being water in it. So it turned on. But yeah, so this was a Weston sous vide. So $15.99.
Fancy boil in a bag.
Fancy boil in a bag. What do we got here? Thrift. Throw. It was a fad. I wouldn't pick it up. They stick meat in bags and cook in it. Fancy restaurants. If you bought it, I'll buy it. Thrift. So we got sort of half and half. The fad is over. Yeah, I didn't even know it was a fad. I don't know what the heck it is. What did I do with it? Thrifted it. I haven't tested it yet in a pot to see if it works. But everything inside there looked brand new. Other than the fact that the box was torn apart. It's the only thing I don't like. So I don't know if it was a gift and that was then torn apart. But I did do a little bit of searching just to try and get an idea on it. And it's not that it's cheap.
Carl said to throw it.
There it is right there. $89. Canada-wide liquidation, $89. $79. $139. So it's actually an expensive item for something that I didn't even know what the heck it was. No, you can't return it if it doesn't work. We'll chat. But yeah, no, unfortunately, we can't return it if it doesn't work at ours. But we will try it in water. That's the biggest thing, is to try that in water and make sure that it actually does the circulating or whatever the heck it's supposed to end up doing. Again, which I don't even know what it's supposed to do. Next time for Rick. He loves these things.
We're almost at 45 minutes.
Yep, he loves these things. This is a little set of
Hoselton Inukshooks. I seem to find or see Hoselton products at a lot of the thrift stores that we go to.
I lost it. Where'd it go? Not an order on top. I need to be a better order. Things moved around on me.
Yeah, Susan knew it was Hoselton right away. Lisa says she loves Hoselton.
Well, I think the last thrifter to throw it.
Yeah, I had the
we
two
showed a
little tiny
baggie
Inukshuk
that had these little guys in it. So this was actually, these three are set on like a marble base.
Yep.
And it is $17.99, so $18. So 30% off would be about $12. So what are they? Heather's asking.
They're little decorative figures. An Inukshuk is a pile of rocks to look like a human form, and it's Inuit. So Flipistics is saying thrift depending on price. Tina says, why not buy it? Paul says pass.
So this is an Inukshuk. So this is basically, there's thousands of them all over the place. They're normally made of rocks.
And the company Hoselton is a Canadian company.
An Inukshuk is a human-shaped sculpture prominent during the Vancouver Olympics. Here's the whole story. Inukshuk versus Inukshuk. Imitation of a person. So they're Canadian. At least most people look at them and assume that they're Canadian. They are definitely not an item to ship right now since they're aluminum, because yes, as of January something, there's an aluminum tariff. I don't know where these are going, Rick. I think these are going up to the unit, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah,
well,
so these are going up to our...
if you bought them or not, but...
Oh, sorry, did we buy them?
Of course I bought them.
Did we buy them?
Of course I bought them. And it does have on the bottom...
Oh, there's the other picture. How did it get to
the
they are end?
Hoselton, and this says Hoselton sculpture made in Canada. And I've seen one of these on eBay that has 5 of the little aluminum guys in a circle, and they're calling it a candle holder. I don't think it's a candle holder. It's just an art piece. It's quite heavy. It's about 10 pounds. It's definitely going to go up to our booth, and I'm probably going to put $95 on it just to see if it'll sell at that price. I cannot find this on the Hoselton website, but the little mini Inukshuks, an individual Inukshuk that size, is selling for $70 on their website.
We have the individuals listed, I think, right now for like 30 or 40.
Yes.
This is something interesting, and I just don't know. It's really funny because every once in a while you come across something that reminds you of when you were younger. Now, if you're younger, if you're old,
like hair,
if you're old like us, you may remember certain TV shows and things like that. So it was really funny. I actually bumped into Susan, I think, the other day, and we were in there, or no, Lisa, and it was in there, and it was one of these things where I look, and all of a sudden in the video column, I saw all of these VHS copies of Kolchak the Night Stalker. And the weird thing is, I just finished downloading the Audible book and had listened to Kolchak the Night Stalker. I remember when that show came out, it terrified me. And it was funny because right after I finished the book, I saw the VHS and I grabbed them all, threw them in my, and then remembered we don't have a VHS player anymore because I sold all the damn thing. I did check them just to see because it was the entire series, but it wasn't worth buying. Well, last Tuesday, I saw this on the floor. Now, I don't know if I can do a good I did a video of it, and of course, because I did a video of it, it doesn't show up the way that I did. It doesn't load properly for me. So I'm going to see if I can show you here. This is, I go like this. This is the video here. Let's see if it repeats itself. It's on the floor. You can see it way down there behind the counter. So this was down behind the counter, and I could see dark shadows and this coffin type thing. So I asked them to take a look at it. This is what it was. Dark Shadows, the complete original DVD series. And yes, it was, yeah, it's quite big. It's like big. It's a coffin. And it actually is.
Lisa's saying the Hoselton sculpture is bigger than she thought.
Oh, okay. Dark Shadows was the series. Yes, Dark Shadows, Tina was saying, it was, for those of you who don't know, Elisa knows what it is. Janet knows what it is. I know the people who are older than 40 loved Dark Shadows as a kid. It is the DVD set. It is this DVD set of the entire series. The entire series of Dark Shadows. And if you don't know Dark Shadows was actually a daytime soap opera about vampires. So it was wild because it was like vampires. And it's black and white. The original parts were black and white, and then it moved to color. It was on for years and years. This thing is filled with them. So I was like very, very excited because, of course, when I looked it up, I went, I got to see what this is. This is Dark Shadows Complete Series DVD. And take a look at this. Sold listings. There it is. January 15th. It's just sold for $525.
Make it bigger.
That's signed. All 1,225 episodes, $425. $399, brand new, $350. So, oh my God, I'm like, this is amazing. $294, $239. There's the entire thing. And this is what it looks like inside. It looks like the coffin opens, and there's Barnabas lying in the coffin, all the DVDs. And I was like, so excited, so darn excited. And then I saw this. That's how much they wanted for the damn thing. Somebody looked it up. And it was $219. No, I'm not going to... given that they sell for only 200 and something, like 200 plus, it was not even worth... Even at the 30%, it would have been $150 US, $150 plus 13% because the tax would have been on there. So the 13% on that would have added another $20. So it would have been $170. And I thought, I don't know if I can risk $170 for something that is selling for, in some cases, 200. In some cases, 199. So you can see 180, 137. So because it's got, walks away crying. And normally, these are not nobody looks these damn things up. Even when they put them behind the counter. I've seen things like that before. But yeah, I couldn't resist. I couldn't risk it when I could see that other people were selling them for, again, like $120, $150.
Yeah, if I knew Craig liked it that much, I might have bought it for him as a gift.
We don't have a DVD player yet.
We don't have a DVD player, so
no, we got rid of all our electronics.
Actually, I think one of our computers plays DVDs.
Oh, maybe it does.
But then you'd be sitting at the computer.
I already sit at the computer
for hours and hours and hours.
But if I'm sitting at the computer, there's one other thing I want to show you, and I'm going to tell you right now that I did thrift it. Again, always look for stuff in boxes, because I walked by and saw this thing, and I don't know if anybody's familiar with it or not. These are like under desk elliptical workout things. This is called a Cubii. So it's basically try and move your feet around while you're sitting there. And I saw this box, and then I went in $15.99, and I opened it up, and I checked everything in there. I don't believe that it has ever been used at all. And look how much they go for. That's shopping. There, I'll go shopping. Some of these Cubies are $300 and $400 for these. So I could not resist this at $15 less 30%. So it's under my chair right now, and I'm cubbying as we speak a little bit. Not a lot, because otherwise I would be doing this probably too much during the show. But again, always take a look for stuff. Now, the funny thing is, this exact thing, the following week, I went into the same thrift store a week later, and there was a loose used one that had dirt all over it, and it was priced at $29.99. So I have no idea why they decided to price this one at $15. But Paul sold one on eBay. Canadian, great find. Found a $200 chair massager in the trash. Of course, you thrifted the one you bought. Yeah. Elisa has it. Yeah. Yeah. And Tina said, bought one for her son as cancer. He loves it in the winter. Yeah. It's, I couldn't resist it. I don't know how long I'll use it. But yeah, the thing is, we don't seem to sell DVDs or tapes. We did stupid things. We sold a lot of these on Max Sold because we could get a lot of money for them. So we had
players,
multiple DVD combo TV, DVD, TV, VCR. But we sold them and got $100, $200. I'd rather have the $100, $200 versus waiting to find a video that we want to try. So you never know. As I say, as time goes by, when you're looking at those things, sometimes we have more issues than Vogue.
We have one more thing.
Oh, we have one more thing?
Yes.
I've already said to the end of the thing, so no, we have to save one more thing.
Yes.
What?
The drama.
Oh, geez.
The drama. Oh, my goodness. How could you forget the drama?
Okay, so the last thing that we've got is, as we were leaving last week, we go and we buy our stuff. And for some reason, as I'm waiting to pay, I look up and see Rick against the wall. There's Rick. There's his llama. It is a $15.99 llama that, for some God unknown reason, he loves. So, yes, large plus. So, yes, this was how we got to end last Tuesday's show. Everyone needs a llama. No, we don't need a llama. So everyone's saying thrift. Would you like to explain more on this, Mr. Rick?
Do I have to?
I don't know.
Do I really have to show whether I bought it or not?
No, we know you bought it.
You didn't say I bought it.
Oh, you bought it.
I bought it. Oh. He's adorable. And if you look him up online, he's a llama footstool, and they sell for like $150, $160. And Doug likes
to actually want a llama footstool.
Well, the other thing that we bought, remember we bought the little rocking llama?
Yes.
And that sold locally on Facebook. This could sell on Facebook as well.
Yes, I guess I'm sure that it could. I'm trying to find one now, and here's the closest thing I can find to it is this, which is an alpaca kid stool.
Yep.
$197. So I guess that, yeah, the white part is clean. That's at least the nice part. The white part was clean. It wasn't too dirty. So
yeah, I will have to clean the bottom of the pads or the paws, but It'll clean
So,
up really easily.
on that note, Rick wiping the bottom of a llama, I think we'll end today's show. Now, just so everyone knows, we will not be live next Tuesday. Why? Because we're going to see Shucked, the musical. Didn't realize that the tickets we bought were on a Tuesday. What we will be doing next Tuesday is we will have a show that will be on. So we'll pre-tape something and we'll launch it for 9 o'clock. So be able to watch a little bit of a live show, and we'll have to figure out what the subject's going to be on that. It's probably going to be just some top tips for toys or something along those lines. So thanks so much for joining us here on this Tuesday. We will be back in 2 weeks live, but next week with a pre-taped on something to do with tips. I don't know what. Again, keep in mind, if you are on ebay.ca, try testing stuff on ebay.com and see if there's anything that'll happen with you. We may put something about that in craft. Keep your thrifting adventures fun. Keep the F for fun in thrifting. And we will see you again live in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Go clean your llama.
I will.